All right, good morning. Thanks for joining Your News Arizona. Jonathan and Julie D in the morning. Good morning, Julie.
Grand Rising, Jonathan. How are you?
Doing fine. And this morning we got Stephen Thomas joining us.
Yay.
How you doing, Steve?
Good, Jonathan. Morning. Morning, Julie.
Good morning,
Hey,
Steve. Welcome.
that's a mighty fine looking background you got there on your.
You see my security?
I love it. That's great.
So those of you guys don't know Stephen Thomas yet, he has Loaded Gun Coffee over in Lake Havasu, Arizona. He's got the best coffee out there. And we will go ahead and promote him this morning as well at the same time. So this is his link down at the bottom of the page. And I'm going to remove it here in a second so we don't blind Steve all morning. If you guys scan the QR code right there, check out his great product. He's got awesome coffees. They got a great line of Patriot stuff in their store as well for you guys to order. Makes perfect Christmas gifts for all of you. So you guys will have to check it out. And again, that's Loaded Gun Coffee. Make sure you enter in the promo code, reference code, Your News AZJTA. And Stephen Thomas, he donates a small portion of each sale over to Your News Arizona. And we appreciate your support, Steve.
Well, we appreciate what you do, and really do appreciate that.
Yeah. So, anyways, we got Adelita Grahava back in the news. We're going to cover a little bit on her this morning as well.
All right.
Boy, she is really pushing this agenda, trying to say, "Oh, I got sprayed in the face" and all this crap. Where she's down there protesting against our ICE agents that were there on federal business. Here's a United States Congress lady, newly elected, that's getting involved to where she's interfering with the federal investigation. That's exactly what she did. Um, have you followed much on that, Steve?
Yeah, I saw a short little video clip of that, of her getting in their faces, which is, I believe, a federal crime, is what she's committing.
Well, you would think.
I know if I got up in their face and even thought about putting a finger on it, we'd probably be arrested on the spot.
Right.
But there's the two-rule system still going on these days. That's unbelievable.
Unfortunately.
So I'm going to play this morning a little speech from her, which kind of really made me pretty frustrated. Let's see if this is the right one, hopefully. Got to figure out which one it is. There it is. Of course, you're going to have the volume muted on it.
That was protecting their people. We had...
There.
Hi, it's Adelita Grijalva. We just came up on a community that was protecting their people. We had, I would say, maybe 40 ICE agents, most of them masked, in several vehicles that the community had stopped right here, right in the middle of the street, because they were afraid that they were taking people without due process, without any kind of notice. And so I was here. This is like the restaurant I come to literally once a week, and was sprayed in the face by a very aggressive agent, pushed around by
Look for the
others
big cop.
when I literally was not being aggressive. I was asking for clarification, which is my right as a member of Congress. So once introduced myself, once I did, I assumed that it would be a little calmer, but there was literally only one person that was trying to speak to me in any kind of civil tone, and everyone else was being rude and disrespectful. And I just can only imagine if they're going to treat me like that, how they're treating everybody else. So we saw it. We saw people directly sprayed, members of our press, everybody that was with me, my staff member, myself, 2 staff members we have like remnants of whatever they sprayed on us. Excuse
There's the
me,
big
it's
cop.
bothering me.
So here's the thing, you know, for somebody that was just maced or pepper sprayed or whatever, I guarantee you her eyes ain't going to be wide open like they are.
No,
You
no,
know,
no.
I guarantee you she'd be copping left and right. I mean,
Yeah.
what a show this broad put on.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, it takes a minute.
And I
to
think
recover.
that this is one of the problems.
Yeah, go ahead, Steve. Sorry.
It takes a minute to recover from a pepper spray.
Oh,
You just don't
absolutely.
go on camera right shortly afterwards.
Right.
Yep.
The biggest problem that we have in this community is that we have Trump that has no regard for any due process, the rule of law, the Constitution. They're literally disappearing people from the streets. They arrested 2 people. We have no idea where they're going. And I want to thank Tucson Police Department for coming and taking care of the space, making sure that everyone was safe once ICE left. And you can see.
Now, you know, she said that Tucson Police Department did that once ICE left.
Yeah.
In other words, Tucson PD knew that ICE had every rightful authority to be there doing what they were doing, and they did not step in until after they were done with their job. So what
Right.
Tucson PD did was probably the right thing, letting those guys handle their business. But she kind of fails to tell that story.
Right.
Let's see.
I didn't know there was due process available for someone that has entered the country illegally.
Well, that's exactly,
Exactly,
Steve.
Steve.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep. Yep.
If you're
There
illegal,
isn't supposed to be. There's not supposed to be, but that doesn't mean there isn't. Yeah.
No, the process is you're apprehended and you're deported. That's the process.
Exactly.
that's the only
Exactly.
process.
You can see that traffic is back to normal because of them. And so they were not the aggressors here. They arrived on the scene after ICE was already here and after there was a block in the street. So I just want to make sure that that's really clear. I want to protect the people in this community, and that's why I showed up. I think it's important for me to have eyes on what's happening here. And
She doesn't want to
just have
protect
it
the
be,
people in the community. She wants to protect the
stories to other
illegals.
people.
Period.
So I'll keep you posted if I hear anything else. Hi.
Well,
it's-
but her community may be a bunch of illegals, so that may be her community.
Well, that's pretty much it. I mean,
You know?
what they should have done right then and there, what Tucson PD should have done, they should have put her in handcuffs, read her rights, and hauled her off to jail for interfering with a federal investigation. That's what they should have done to her.
Yep.
She should not get a free pass. Like Steve said, if it was you or I guarantee you we'd be in handcuffs being hauled away to jail.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Why is these Congress people getting a free pass?
Right. Well, to dual not all these rules for you, not for me, right? They don't apply. It's ridiculous.
And if I'm not mistaken, Jonathan, the county sheriff down there is not helpful.
No, he's not.
Yeah. And I
And you
feel
gotta
like
So that's the problem that we have, and we keep bringing that up in different broadcasts, or when I'm out broadcasting on my own. I say this a lot. Why are our sheriffs not getting more involved? They are the law of the land. They have the right to make these arrests. These
Yes.
corrupt politicians, people getting in the way of ICE raids, these protesters, Antifa. I mean, you name it. Why is the sheriff's department not coming in taking care of business? They've got
That's
that
the most
authority to
excellent
do it.
question. That's an
Yeah,
excellent question. Exactly.
they-
Why?
Yeah, they need to start making arrests.
Yep.
And,
Yeah.
and quite frankly, I'm tired of hearing about, we got mass arrests coming, mass arrests coming. Well, to this day, I mean, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't seen one arrest.
None. Zero.
Not of the
Big
no,
zero.
not of the big people. Yep.
Yeah, even Chrissy Nolan keeps saying, there's going to be mass arrests and these other guys, and it's just like, well, it makes it sound positive the way they get it out there, and it does. It makes you almost excited because you're like, oh yeah, there's a Christmas present. I want to see
Right.
people go to jail. But and then next thing you know, a week goes by, a month goes by, and still not a single one of them have been arrested.
Nope.
And then you sent me something, Julie, about Tom Hanks, where they're talking
Yes.
about raiding his island,
Yeah.
his own personal island. Have you had a chance to
Isn't
verify
it
that?
curious? No, But I found it curious that we were talking about the fact that there are other islands besides the big one that they keep talking about. And then boom, it pops up that Tom Hanks probably has his own island. So yeah, there's a lot of craziness happening in the world. I think we're going to find out a whole bunch of folks that are people that we used to look up to, or maybe still do, hopefully not for long, have their own islands and do nasty, nefarious things on these islands. So yeah, it's a bad day.
Like I said, all I want for Christmas, forget the presents. Just give me a rest. That's all I want to see. I want
Right?
to see mass arrest. You know what? That's going to be the best Christmas, New Year's present you could possibly offer me.
I agree.
I want to see. I want to see action. I'm tired of all the talk. I'm
Yep.
tired of these. I mean, that's all we've heard for the last 8 years is how there's going to be mass arrest. Or like when Biden was in office. Oh, you guys just stand still. Trump's in control. And it's like, well, if you've been down on the borders with me and Steve, I think you would probably know Trump wasn't in control. We had a complete invasion on our borders.
Yes.
Yeah, and until we get rid of our current attorney general, I don't see any of that stuff happening.
Yeah, me either, Steve.
And what is the process for that? Can she just be terminated, or is there some sort of ridiculous political process we got to go through?
Right.
Well, again, Steve, I think what needs to happen, and I'm just going to say it again, I think our sheriff or even the morticians have the right to go out and make arrests, by the way. If you check it out. Somebody needs to start arresting these people that's been involved. What our governor did, what these attorney general, if you want to get right into it, Mark Kelly, every one of these people have committed treason. When you're assisting with a foreign invasion and you're allowing these illegal support through, you're giving our Border Patrol agents orders from the Biden administration to sit there and just let them line up on the border road like they're going to Disneyland, which we've covered so many times, and then give them their little boarding pass to fill out their little luggage forms, the whole 9 yards. And then, by the way, now you're going to take them to the processing center, and then we're going to take them to the airports and bus stations and send them to a city near all you folks out there in America, is what they did.
Yep.
Last I knew, that's assisting with a foreign invasion. Correct me anytime I'm wrong. I mean, if you're coming through illegally, the Biden administration cuts holes in the Trump wall. I think that's considered assisting with a foreign invasion. What?
I would say yes. Yes. The foreign invasion that's now domestic. Hello.
Yep.
Domestically we've been invaded.
So again, why has our sheriffs? So all you sheriffs out there today, I'm calling you guys out. I love our law enforcement. I've said it over and over. I love what you guys do. But there's a bunch of you out there that's not doing your job. Mm-hmm. You guys could intervene on this because that's your counties this is happening in. It happened for 4 years under Biden. You guys just sat there in la la land, allowing these guys to invade our country when you could have held the governor accountable. You could have held even the sheriff of that county accountable for not taking action. Because if he's turning a blind eye to it, that's assisting as well. The way I see it.
Yes. Yes. And so at the end of the day, where does this leave everybody else who is incriminated within the systems? All of these different corrupt systems. Again, yes, we love our law enforcement. However, we've been infiltrated there too. We've got some bad apples, right?
Yeah.
And these bad apples have been continuing to allow people to run free, but at the same time, they've been continuing to pick up children within the Child Protective Services. I was hearing about some amazing monies that the Child Protective Services gets. That's a conversation we could potentially have with Mr. Jim Price. He'd be a good guy to talk to as well. He was sharing just yesterday how different CPS here in Kansas, how they get paid to take how the therapists get paid to take the children away from the families.
Right.
So yeah, it's Child Protective Services. I would hope no one ever calls because it is a big scam, and it's not about protecting the children. It's about stealing the children. So
yeah, have you guys been? Did you follow up on that meeting they had where DHS Secretary Kristi Noem claims 50% of Minnesota visas are fraudulent?
oh no, I hadn't seen that one.
So let's share this one real quick with you guys.
Okay. Wow.
Oh, here, just got to start it over.
Mm. Is it running? It's not running on this end. Jonathan, are you playing it?
Guess he doesn't hear.
Mm. We can't hear.
I'm sorry, say that again.
We can't hear it. We're not seeing anything over here.
You didn't even hear it?
Nope.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Zuckerberg. Let's try this again, guys.
Okay.
This SOB's been censoring me to no end the last several days.
You must be over the target. There we go.
Can you see my screen now? Let's try it again.
Yeah.
I had to use a different outlet. Sorry.
Okay. We can see now.
You see how smart I'm getting, Julie? I got a double backup for each broadcast.
Good job.
They try to block one. We got the other one to rely on.
That's right.
You told me to look into Minnesota and their fraud on visas and their programs. 50% of them are fraudulent, which means that wacko Governor Walz either is an idiot or he did it on purpose. And I think he's both, sir. He brought people in there illegally that never should have been in this country, said they were somebody that they're not. They said they were married to somebody who was their brother or somebody else. Fraudulent visa applications, signed up for government programs, took hundreds of billions of dollars from the taxpayers, and we're going to remove them and we're going to get our money back. And we're going to, this next year, make sure that we only put people in leadership positions in this country that love this country and have its back. So,
amen to that.
Yes. You know, wow.
Better yet, I want to see Waltz and those corrupt SOBs arrested. They were a part of this scheme from day one with the billions of dollars fraud scheme they've been involved in out there. You know what? They've got the evidence behind it. They know it. And again, this man does not deserve a get out of free jail card. They need to prosecute him. You know, and this is why this country is the mess that we're in right now. because
Oh, the
nobody
fraud.
is being because nobody to this day has been arrested, been
Yep.
held accountable. We hear all the talk, guys. That's what I'm so fed up with. I'm tired of the talk. That's a great talk there, subject.
Mhm.
But at the same time, what are they going to do about it?
Right.
We,
Doge has done a good job of showing us that there has been corruption everywhere. And I would also admit that the state of Kansas, massive fraud over CV during when it comes to the Department of Labor. We had checks stolen left and right, and I'm as a direct result of them as well. You know, the Department of Labor in Kansas told us we were going to get X, Y, and Z money every week, and then nothing showed up. And then when you tried to call them, there was never anybody physically present to be able to have a conversation with. I was calling my senators, I was calling my representatives, and I got a little bit of help, but at the end of the day, they told me that I did not properly identify that it was me when with their checks and balances, and I'm like, what? So, so I think that, again, Doge has done a great job of exposing that there's a lot of corruption, but then now what the hell do we do about it, right? These people need to be held accountable. And I'm sorry, but Governor Bloody Kelly in the state of Kansas is not giving the numbers for SNAP. She's not giving the numbers for Department of Labor. She's not sharing anything due to privacy. BS. This is bullshit. They're calling on the privacy crap. You guys told us we're supposed to give you our social security number. You told us we're supposed to do this. And then you guys have been giving money to people that don't even have a legitimate social security number. What the hell?
well, they got to fund illegals, Joey. Come on.
That's what I
You don't
mean.
want them. You don't want them going without. What were you going to say, Steve?
So just listening to what we're talking about, kind of reflecting back on when you and we took a couple people down to the border in Yuma, and we came upon that processing station.
Oh yeah,
Remember that? The big
Yep.
one? There was like 10 ginormous circus tents set up. We estimated there was probably about 10 of them. We kind of estimated there was probably about 1,000 in each tent.
Wow.
exactly.
And this was less than a mile from the Marine Corps Air Station that this facility was all set up. But what I've always been kind of curious about, Jonathan, Julie, since we were down there, is what about all the employees? They must have had 200 employees down there working that facility. Should they not still be charged with a crime? I'm not going to go to
Absolutely.
work for somebody like that because that's, in my mind, illegal. It's treasonous. It's
Yep.
unconstitutional.
Yep.
So what happened to those? And they had a truckload of employees. We were there at shift change.
Yep.
We watched it. It was unbelievable how many people were working.
And half of the employees, by the way, almost look like they're illegals.
Huh?
I'm
Well, they
going
were.
to say it like it is. Hey, you know what? That's a good point, though, Steve, because that's what we were talking about the other day. You know, I think what the Trump administration ought to do during this government shutdown, what they did, they ended up paying all these guys that continue to work without pay, blah blah blah. They gave them a big bonus, each and every one of them. So, what I think the Trump administration ought to do right now, we are so shorthanded with Border Patrol because so many resigned because they weren't going to accept unlawful orders from the president, like he was giving for the invasion. I think what Trump needs to do is give all those guys not only bonuses, the ones that resign, he needs to reinstate them with full back pay for doing the right thing by stepping down and saying, you know what? I don't care if I've got my 19, almost 20 years in. I refuse to assist with this foreign invasion. Therefore, I'm resigning. And that's what they did. A lot of them did. That's why they're so short-handed.
That's right.
So, for anybody out there, possibly with the Trump administration or people listening that knows all these guys, get it out there. I think the American people all ought to blow up the White House email WhiteHouse.gov, blow up their hotline as well, and tell Donald Trump to reinstate those Border Patrol agents with full back pay, the ones that resigned for the right reasons, that refuse to accept a lawful order, and get them back working.
And the rest of the ones that were given those orders.
Yes, exactly.
Yep, and all those ones that were given those orders, that accepted those orders, as far as I'm concerned, they should have been terminated.
Yeah.
Yep.
Every last one of them. I would have just went in from day one being the president, and I would have said, you know what? Every person in this Border Patrol facility that worked with the Biden administration, and you processed illegals and you transported them all over America, you're fired. That's exactly what I would have done if I was Donald Trump.
Yep.
And then again, he's got millions of Americans that would be honored to go down and work on that border. Call out the militias. I keep saying that. Call out the militias across the country.
Deputize a million veterans that we have and give them a monthly stipend. They'd be happy to go down there.
That's a great idea, Steve. That's an excellent idea. I like that. Yeah.
So there's a lot of real easy solutions to this problem, but nobody can seem to grasp them.
Yeah, get this bounty hunting thing going. Let's
That's
get it
another
rolling.
good one.
They keep talking. They keep talking about it. Well, let's get it fully activated.
Right.
Let's allow us bounty. Let's allow us contractors, bounty hunters, to get involved, to get out there. Because right now he's got what? Less than. God, anybody know the numbers that they've caught so far? What is it? 400.
Yesterday I thought you said it was like 400,000.
So they've so far in a year's time. Next year will be a year. Next month will be a year, guys. In a year's time, we've got only 400,000. Come on. You know what? We had over 30 million pour through the borders. So get the people across America, open up the bounty hunting, call in the militias, and I guarantee you we can meet that quota of 30 million if we got all the militias around this country involved, because I guarantee you it's not hard to recruit people. We can just get them signed up, and let's just go track them down and get them the hell out of this country. That's the way to do it.
Yes, and I think there's another way to do it. Cut their money off. If Trump were to go in and say federally, okay, no more SNAP for you, no more. So basically what we're hearing is that the Somalians, they were receiving $30,000 a year, and the extra that they got was for benefits and moving monies around and stuff. Cut everybody's money off. Cut everybody's money off. You stop paying for housing. You stop paying for food. Those people are not going to stay here. They will go home on their own.
Supposedly that's been cut off now, Julie. That's what they've been saying.
But has it? That's the question. Has it really?
That's $1 million question. Absolutely.
Are we actually seeing that?
There are reports out there about the Somalia community in Minnesota that are there. So there's multiple people living in a dwelling.
Always.
And they're all receiving the SNAP benefits.
Mm-hmm.
But what they've discovered is there is a certain amount of them that live near grocery stores, or their business is near grocery stores, and they're funding their restaurants through the SNAP program. Their businesses.
Shit.
I know.
Not surprising, and yet somehow I am. Damn it.
Not unbelievable at all.
Shit. Wow. Oh my goodness.
If I was a Minnesotan right now, man, I would be not very happy.
Yeah. They've been invaded for a long time, though. I have some friends up there that's just like, it's not the same as what it was when they were growing up, So
as taxpayers, we're not only funding their daily food diets, we're funding their businesses.
Unbelievable. That's outrageous.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I got another one I'm going to share real quick if it wants to come in. Here we go. Not. Well, I'm good.
We have
Okay,
some
there it is.
connectivity issues today. We must be
You
over
know
the target.
what?
Must be
Welcome to
over the
my
target.
world. Here we go. We're gonna try this anyways. Come on.
And ICE Deputy Director Madison Sheehan. Both, thank you very much for both being here. I know you're very busy. Madam Secretary, let's start with you. This must be frustrating to you to no end that the streets of the United States are safer, yet you have those scenes in New Orleans of protesters, I'm sure they're all paid, making the lives of ICE agents more difficult by the day.
Yeah, these ICE agents have just done God's work since President Trump has come into office, and they've arrested literally thousands of terrorists and removed them from our country. And these are terrorists that are affiliated with ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Hamas. They're also affiliated with MS-13, TDA. In New Orleans there, when you're looking at those protesters, many of those protesters we've seen in other places and locations in our country. It's coordinated, it's well funded by the left, and it's something that they're doing to try to break this country. I'm just proud of President Trump that he has the tenacity to make sure that he's fighting for America's families.
And Madison, we knew that this is how this was going to go. They would make scapegoats out of ICE and, of course, attack Trump and Secretary Noem. And yet they would elevate the cause of some of the individuals who've been deported, people who might not have a criminal record, but who are here illegally, who overstayed their visas. Those become the immigration sob stories of the day. They use those examples, student deported back to Honduras. They use those examples to say, you see, they're after all of you. How do you respond to that narrative tonight? Because that has been driving the left for the last several weeks.
Well, look, the men and women of ICE go out and enforce the law. We don't pick winners and losers. We enforce the law that's on the books. Secretary Noem has allowed us to go out and do our jobs every single day. And if you've come into this country illegally, you have broken the law. And the men and women of ICE are going to remove you. And that's exactly what we're doing. And most of the people that we remove are criminals. They're murderers, they're gang members, they're rapists, and we're making the streets safer because of that.
Well, the people voted for mass deportation. People
did,
voted for
absolutely.
people to be removed from the United States, but they're trying to change that dynamic now, and it's
That's
all,
what I voted for
the media and the Democrats' benefit. Now,
Yep.
Democrats are doing everything they can to paint ICE as the villains. Watch this.
Since taking office, Trump has declared war on our communities. Masked ICE and CBP thugs, and I call them thugs because they don't identify themselves. They've detained parents on their way to work. They've kidnapped U.S. citizens. They've tear gassed people.
Madam Secretary, I believe those
Oh,
comments
Jesus, shut up.
actually beyond irresponsible. They're borderline illegal because those are effectively endangering the lives of the ICE agents on the streets, are they not? I mean, those are they have targets on their back because of those comments.
Absolutely. They're blatant lies. And then to have elected officials doing that and to portraying ICE officers that way is really unprecedented in this country. It's history making and the disrespect, but also the violence that it's perpetuated against these law enforcement officers. I want everybody to remember these ICE
That's
officers
been going
live in
on
these
though for
communities they
years.
work. So they're out there facing 8,000% increase in violence against themselves.
Many of them are Hispanic and African American.
Yes, and we've got law enforcement officers that are out there endangering their lives to help protect their communities and their country, and then you've got elected officials that are encouraging it. In fact,
like
some of them are even
Grijalva.
doing it themselves, Laura. If you remember, some of these congressmen have been out there laying their hands on our law enforcement officers and
I mean, I think there has to be accountability here. If there's
So again, right there, she just admitted, we got even Congress people and officials laying hands on ICE agents. Why have we not seen their arrest?
Right.
They know it's happening.
Yeah.
So why are they getting a get out of free card? Out of jail free card. What makes them above the law from you and I?
I agree.
That's my question.
Yep.
And when you got these people right here admitting that's what they're doing, they know it. Well, if they know it, why aren't they doing anything about it?
Exactly.
Do we know where that was at? Where that Congressperson got in that or was given that press conference? What state was that? That newly elected? that newly elected female congressperson you're showing that was saying she got maced and all that stuff. What state was that?
That's Arizona.
That's Arizona, Tucson.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's the one. She's the one that Daniel Gutierrez had the special election against. Was her?
Okay.
Because her dad, Grajava, he's the one that won Congress, and he passed away within a month or two after winning Congress. So they had to do a special election, and then she ended up running in the special election with several other people, and then it came up against her and Daniel Gutierrez. And that's the election, Steve, that I was saying. Only 20% of the Republicans went out and voted for that special election. If they would have even had 30% went out and voted, Daniel would have won.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That people just stepped back in La La Land, didn't care about it.
Nope.
Happen, and lives will be lost. We've already had incidents where agents were shot at. But Madison, you said that your office said that Rahmanullah, that Afghan refugee that was charged with the National Guard shooting, was radicalized here in the United States. What can you tell us about that?
Absolutely. So what we found through the Biden administration's policies of allowing allies welcome to come into this country, over 190,000.
I thought it was 120,000. Now it's 190,000? Is this chain migration with all the extended family also coming in?
They let everybody into this country, and none of them were vetted. And now Secretary Noem and ICE are trying to clean this up. And President Trump has allowed us to do that, to be able to go in and fix these problems. And this is just another example of somebody who hates America, that comes to this country as a terrorist. And we shouldn't be letting people into this country that hate this country. Americans pride themselves on their values and hard work and all of the things that we stand for.
You guys got to keep in mind, once again, that's enough of that right there. We've heard enough of this stuff. The point is, the shooter was ex-CIA working over. Then he's brought into our country, shoots our National Guards people. Again, this is all under the Biden administration allowing a foreign invasion on American soil. And as you just said, none of these people were vetted.
Yep.
So again, and all these Democrats that are out fighting this, in other words, what they're basically telling the American people is we are standing with the cartels, we're standing with the human traffickers, and we want this to be allowed in America. And we're going to go after you folks until you allow it as well. They want us to comply. If you guys are okay with human trafficking, you can personally remove yourself off my Facebook and everything else, because that's that I am totally against.
Right. Yeah, it's a hot mess everywhere right now. It feels like it anyway. I feel like there's just so much tension everywhere. People are like, there's those of us that are just, all right, tell me when and where to meet and I'm there. And then there's folks that are like, something's happening, I don't know what. We're just freaking out. So I think there's something is happening where people are responding in a very nervous, anxious way, I'd say. We just, we're ready to go, some of us, but the rest of us are just like, what is happening behind the scenes? We don't even know.
Yeah.
So it's a little craziness right now, I feel.
Well, here's the thing. We all can keep talking about these problems until we're blue in the face, but what's this country going to do to fix these problems?
Right.
I'm tired of the talk. I want to see action.
Same.
What's in place that they're going to actually do to make a difference for this country, to make this country safe again, to put a stop to this corruptness, to start making these arrests? What's it going to take for a mass war to break out on American soil, a civil war? Is that what it's going to take? Because I can guarantee you the American people are getting fed up. We're tired.
Yes,
We're tired of seeing this crap. We're tired of watching the corruption. The other day, Steve was driving around, called me up and said, hey, there's a bunch of people over here in Havasu with signs. And come to find out that was what? A No Kings protest. That was not announced. Is that correct, Steve?
Yes. Yep.
So now they're showing up unannounced. Normally they're advertising it, telling people they're going to be there. So
Yeah.
people show up. Now they're just doing surprise visits. There's another good example. What?
And these people don't work. Okay, let's just identify that the people that show up for these no kings thing, they don't work a regular job. Okay, they don't. They just don't. They're getting paid for these protests.
Well, this is their regular job. They're paid full
Right.
time now.
That is her job.
Well, but that's my you know what I mean. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's ridiculous. It's not any grassroots natural movement where people actually want to help. They're being motivated by funds to be able to get in there and let's raise some cane. Oh, okay. Well, do you even know what you're raising cane about? No, they don't. So
Well, from my understanding, and I haven't been able to confirm it yet, and I'm looking into it, the America Fest coming up down in Phoenix, I'm hearing there is going to be thousands and thousands of protesters that's coming. And they're being brought in from California, New York, Chicago. They're bringing them in from all over the country, supposedly to protest this American Fest event coming up. So we're going to need to be all people out here in Arizona is going to need to be on high alert because, again, if you guys are out in public, especially during these protests, you're wearing Trump hats and different things, whatever. Team up with an extra person at least, because right now Trump supporters are being attacked left and right around the country, and people that go to these events are being attacked as well. So just make sure you guys are always keep your guard up and be alert because anything can happen anymore. And it's not like these democratic cities like Phoenix. Phoenix is Democrat. Come on, let's say it like it is. You get down in those cities like that, it's like law enforcement turns the other way when this kind of crap goes down. And again, we're not seeing arrests being made against the Democrats. But by God, if you're a Republican, they're going to nail you to the wall.
right.
That's what that in those Democrat cities they are guaranteed. What's your thoughts on it, Steve?
Oh, so it's pretty discouraging that Trump's been in office over 300 days and not one arrest has been made. Kash Patel's been director for over 250 days. Bongino's been AVP for over 250 days. Not one of those guys has made an arrest, period. Bondi's not made one arrest, period. Homeland Security, I don't know. I can't really say much about that. I don't know too much, but I haven't heard of any. And it's really discouraging. If every one of those people arrested one person, we'd have 50 criminals in jail right now.
Right.
And we don't have one.
Yeah.
So that's pretty discouraging, in my opinion.
Agreed.
We all voted. We all ran on this election, mouth bait of I'm going to arrest all these people. I'm going to shut down the FBI, turn it into a museum, whatever he said.
Right.
I used to follow Dan Bongino and watch his podcast quite a bit. Something happened to him. He flipped, period. He flipped.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was, but he flipped.
Yep.
I don't know much about Patel's background other than he was part of Trump's first administration, I believe. But
Kash Patel exposed a lot of
his life, what he did. But he did something.
Yeah, Kash Patel exposed a lot of election fraud is what he did back then before he became an FBI director. So,
but nobody's been arrested though. Nobody has been arrested, and I'm like another 200 million people in this country that, God damn it, I need to see somebody arrested.
Well, that's pretty much where I'm at, buddy.
Yep.
Again, I'm tired of hearing the talk. Well, wait a second, Steve. Are you trying to tell me you're not going to trust the plan?
I never even knew there was a plan because that's bullshit.
Well,
I'm sorry.
That's what all the Q followers keep telling me. I had one of the Q followers speak out this morning, and he goes, "Oh, but didn't you know Tom Hanks was already executed?" And it's like, okay, buddy, whatever. Carry on.
Yeah.
I mean, this is
Yeah, show me a body.
well,
Right.
that's it, and not an AI body either, by the way.
Yeah, and I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna just go out here and say it too. Charlie Kirk, show me a body.
Good point. Yep.
I saw some things they called hands, and they didn't look like real hands.
No, they didn't.
So,
Yeah, that's a whole other mess, big time. Boy, I don't even know. There's a lot of weirdness around that topic.
there is a lot of weirdness. Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah. Well, it goes clean back to the Q days. I mean, everybody kept saying, "Oh, trust the plan." Trump's in control. This was from day one when he lost the first election, and 4 years later, they're still telling me to trust the plan. It's like, um, correct me if I'm wrong. It's me and my team down on the borders watching an invasion, reporting on all the crap going on in this country. So you're going to tell me, and here's my question again. I'm going to hit you guys with Q out there on this. And I want you to answer my question. Quit dodgeballing me on this question. If you guys truly believe that Donald Trump was in control all through the Biden administration, answer this one question. Why would Donald Trump, as our so-called president through the Biden administration, he was really the president all along, why would he allow a foreign invasion on American soil? Why would he allow tens of thousands of Americans to die from fentanyl poisoning, being murdered, raped, everything in the book? If that's what you call a leader, I would have not want Donald Trump in power. Period. That's my point to you. So explain to me why you guys still keep telling me trust the plan, trust the plan. You got to stay with this plan. We're into what 5 years now. Your so-called trust the plan. All I see is a mass amount of illegals that need to be deported the hell out of this country because all the patriots and people around this country got bought into your story of trust the plan as we watch our country fall apart for 4 years. um, where's your plan, guys? Provide me your facts. And I keep calling you guys out on it. Nobody sends me information with your facts. So this is your invite for all you Q followers. Call into my studio, 928-385-4738. I'll put you right here on my show. Provide your facts to me, guys. Explain to me why we would have a president in power that would allow millions of Americans to be poisoned with fentanyl and allow a complete invasion on our borders. This is what I call hogwash bullshit from you guys because we watch our country deteriorate. We watch our cities deteriorate. We watch our flags get burned around America. We watch all these Islamic camps being built in America. If that's part of your plan, folks, I want nothing to do with your plan. Because I can tell you right now, I want them the hell out of this country, every last one of them. That's where I stand on the matter. So, but again, you guys go ahead. That might have been somebody messaging in the studio. My phone's way over here.
Somebody might be calling you out on that one.
I always get my hate talk when I talk like this, and that's fine. They can hate talk me all they want.
Yeah, good points. Good points.
Give me a second. Well, I'm a real nice guy, Manny. I'm not going to mention your last name or anything. I'll give you that courtesy. That no, I don't need to stick with the plan, buddy. That's all I'm going to say. Your plan stinks.
So I've never seen a white sheet for the plan.
That's what I've asked for all this, Steve. I've
Yeah.
been hearing people saying this for so darn long. Um,
Yeah.
and here all the patriots sat by, and Donald Trump said it so well over Thanksgiving, where he sent out that email. I think I shared it with you, Steve, for Thanksgiving email to everybody, where he thanked the patriots for being so patient and allowing all this corruption in our country by just doing nothing but hiding in their places and trying to avoid it all. He applauded us all for that. Um, so that's Donald Trump's way of saying, you know what, get off your asses, because I needed you. And,
Right.
and here you folks all just sat behind closed doors in la la land, trusting some plan that doesn't even exist, besides a foreign invasion plan. We got to see that, all right?
Yeah, there are quite a few people out there promoting that stuff, and you don't hear from as many of them anymore.
Exactly.
Well,
Yeah.
well,
I could bring up one specifically, but I'm not. I can't remember the person's name, so I'm not going to botch it. But I want to tell
and I
you
know
about it.
and I know who you're talking about because I know the same person.
Is he big and tall and thin and wears a cowboy hat?
I believe so.
That's the one.
Yeah. But here's the thing, again, we allowed this country as patriots to fall apart, and I'm going to call you patriots out on this. We allowed it on our watch. When me and Steve were down on the borders, we were begging for people to show up down to the border, to even work as our security team to work with us. We're trying to expose all this corruption here in this country. Where were all you guys? You guys called us up and said, "Oh yeah, we'll meet you over there at 3 Points, and we're coming." And hold on, I think we got Mike Grant calling in. Good morning, Mike.
Hey, I sent you a message on your page there.
Okay, you're live on our show, buddy.
I just sent you a page. I'm looking for some employees. If you got any of them haters you're talking about, I got openings for them on the range. I need target holders. I pay $500 an hour, but they'll only collect 1.5 seconds worth of that money. So
Gotta love you, brother. Gotta love you.
I like that idea.
See how many jump on it. I can use them.
Yeah. Now, are you asking for moving targets or just a target holder?
Either one, they're not going to get away.
All right, brother. Appreciate you calling in.
See you. Bye.
All right, bye.
Good one, Mike.
He's a character. I got to give it to him.
I can tell. That's great.
No, again, we have had just all these people constantly trying to preach it to us, trying to push it down our throats, that how wrong we've been all along, because we just don't understand that Hillary's really dead, Clinton's dead, Tom Hanks is really dead. The guy just said it again this morning. Oh, Tom Hanks has been executed. Oh, he replied that to your thing, Julie, by the way.
Yeah.
I told you that he's dead. And I'm not here to beat up on people. Show me your facts. I'm tired of you guys saying it. Show me the facts, guys.
Yeah.
And again, we are more than happy to bring you on our show, hold this discussion, and make sure you got your facts in hand while you do it, because this invite's been out there for you guys for quite some time now. And none of you guys seem to want to be on my show. So this is a personal invite. All of you Q followers out there, once again, back your mouth with the facts and show it to us. Because if you ain't got the facts, shut the hell up. It's that simple. Shut the hell up.
Yep.
Because quite frankly, I'm tired of watching America fall apart. I'm tired of seeing people not get involved because you guys all got convinced that there's a plan. Your plan stinks, by the way, because this country has been devastated for 4 years.
Yes. Yep. Corruption is everywhere. It's everywhere, and hopefully folks will go deep dive into their local arenas and see where there might be some misappropriations and see where there's fraud taking place in your community and call it out. Again, a lot of these city council meetings, they're done via Zoom, just like we're doing right now. You don't even have to leave your living room. You can show up at a city council meeting by dialing in, right? They started doing that over the whole lockdown. So there's opportunity for us to get more involved in our communities, deep dive and take a look and start asking questions. We have information that's publicly available to us, but we have to ask for it. So let's get out there, start asking folks where the monies go in our local communities, and get some resolution here and hold people accountable. I think it's going to be up to us, we the people, to start holding the accountability, because the administration is not doing it right now.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Well, we can go back into a lot of other things. Again, we can keep trying to hold these people accountable, but again, where's the rest? I mean, you look at people like Roger Stone. Here's a good example. My buddy Roger. There, the FBI could go in and raid him at God knows what, 2 o'clock in the morning, whatever time it was. Raid him, his wife that were asleep in their beds. Raid a lot of other people in the Trump administration. Go after generals. Go after Mike Lindell. They've all done. He's lost millions of millions through this. They have about bankrupt him. And they allowed this. They allowed all this to happen.
Yep.
But why aren't we seeing the same in return for us going after these people for what they did, which was a crime of how they did it and for why they did it? It was a set-up crime. We know it was a set-up crime. What they did with Roger Stone was a complete setup.
Yeah.
And, we can get down to the bottom of everything. Why are those people not being held accountable? Why are they not making those arrests? And it really does bring that question to me, Steve. I brought this up on a show the other day. It brings this question to me. Who in our upper powers here is being controlled by the Democrats to not take care of business? It makes me have to ask that question. Because they've got all the evidence in the world to make these arrests. So why aren't we seeing them?
Right. But something wicked this way passes, I think.
Yeah.
Still.
Well, I think it has to do with those 3 names I mentioned earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Something went down because all of a sudden they had a whole change of heart and attitude.
Yeah.
So, well.
And I'm just trying to figure out why all of a sudden, these people are being given a free pass. You look at the FBI director guy that was charged, and also all that got swept under the rug.
Right.
The other guy, not Ray, but the
Comey.
you know who I'm talking.
Yeah, Comey. Yeah.
There's a problem with the person prosecuting. The person going after him.
What the hell?
What's the excuse for this?
Yeah. Ridiculous.
And then all of a sudden we hear, well, they're trying to get it retried. We're trying to do this. We're trying to do that. How is it there's these errors made to where nobody can be charged?
In a lot of ways, I think that just goes to prove how corrupt all of our judicial arenas have been. The courts are corrupt. They're against us. They're not for us. All they're wanting to do is get their monies out of us as well.
So here's where I'm at, guys. I'm attacking the Republicans as well, because this isn't just the Democrats doing this crap. This is the Republicans doing it as well.
Both sides the same bird. Yeah.
There's corruptness going on here, and I want to get to the bottom of it, of why these people are being allowed to get away with these crimes when, again, if it was you or I or anybody else or whatever, they would destroy our lives, lock us away in a jail cell, and chances are we would never see daylight, just like they did all the January 6ers. They kept them incarcerated there for years without even a charge on them.
Right.
They were prisoners, held prisoners. That's the
Crazy.
word for it.
Yep.
So they can do that to us.
Right.
But they can't go after the ones that did this shit. I've got a big problem with this.
I do
And
too.
I'm struggling with this, trying to get to the bottom of who are they controlling here. They keep making up every excuse in the book for why. Well, now we got to go about it this way. And the next thing you know, the whole story goes silent.
Mm-hmm.
Comey's gone silent. Have you guys heard more about Comey?
Nope.
Nope.
It's gone silent.
Or that Letitia, whatever her name was,
Yeah.
Yeah, the two, yep, that's gone
criminal.
silent. I mean, if you
Yeah.
guys got extra information that we're missing here, send it in to us. Well, we'll cover it.
Yep.
To the best of my knowledge, these cases have gone silent. And why? It's almost like they don't want it to pursue.
Go figure.
There's Mike Grant. I bet you he's got an answer. Hey, Mike.
I want to give you guys something to research, especially Julie and you guys on the. There's a thing that was called the National Opioid Settlement, and I'm all over our city council about it here in Dublin. This city of Dublin's going to get 1.8 million over the next 15 years of cash from the settlement from the people that were selling that OxyContin, and it can only be used for certain things that have to do with, addiction, fentanyl, et cetera, buying, Narcan and stuff like that. So in your cities and your areas, you need to research if your city or your county received any money from that, because you need to watch that money very closely where they're appropriating it to.
Okay.
We've spent in Dublin $34,600 so far of that, and they actually the city of Dublin went out and bought Narcan. Well, under the state and under the federal law, Narcan is free to all police departments and everything like that, and the fire departments, et cetera. So where did the $34,600 go? Well, I just put in a public information request because I couldn't get them to tell me on texts and emails. So you need to pass that out to people to check into that, because that's a lot of money that's out there that people are probably using these government officials for their little slush funds or whatever, and then they're saying, "Oh, we bought Narcan, or we're going to use it for DARE," which is the drug deal. So
Yeah.
I'm just kind of giving that to you.
Well, they might be using it for their bonuses too, Mike. It is Christmas time.
You have no idea what they're doing with it.
Yeah.
But it's like Julie said, you need to get down into the dirt, and that's the city councils, and you need to watch every penny these people are spending, because the federal government is so far off. We have no control over what Congress does, but we really don't. But we have control of our city councils, exposing them for where they're spending these funds at. Like this is a settlement. Dublin has $345,000 sitting in an account, and it's like burning a hole in their pocket, and there's no timeline on when to spend that money. So it could probably be counties, it could be cities that are getting it, but we got it in a county or in a city. And we're 72,000 people.
Well,
that just gives you an idea.
Yeah, and see what they do, Mike? They just hold off on those funds for a year and a half, where people totally forget about it. And then they place that money elsewhere anyways. That's what they always do. So, I agree 100% with you.
Who's auditing it? So pass that out. It's the National Opioid Settlement Fund that was passed out across the country.
Okay, good thing to look into. Where was our settlement, Mike? Where was our settlement?
Well, we didn't get shit. I haven't got anything. You and I get Narcan free of charge. And you're telling me that you spent $3,000? They said they spent $3,000 to buy Narcan, the police department. Why are you even spending a dime? I gave them a complete thing from the state of California, from the Fed, the complete readout on Oregon it, and it's how to apply for it, and it's free of charge. Fentanyl test strips that I gave you, all that stuff, it's all free.
Yep.
All free.
Which is what we got to use every day down on the borders when we're reporting anyways. We got to have that right on it. Right. It's stock for us.
Exactly.
We get exposed.
Well, I'll let you go. Tell everybody everybody
Thank
very
you, Mike.
just getting a break here
Yeah,
from the range. I
yeah.
just thought I forgot about that one.
Yeah, Merry Christmas to you too, brother. Julie did share that out on the page here
Yep.
to where our audience
Thank you, Mike.
well, appreciate
We'll see
you.
you soon.
All right,
See you later.
all right, be safe out there, buddy. All right,
Bye.
bye.
So isn't Narcan distributed for free of charge through the county health departments, right?
Yes, that's what he just
It
said.
is up. It is up here in Kingman.
They'll give you one. Yeah.
Yep. So if it's free, there's no reason to purchase, people. Sorry. Nope.
No need to be funded. That's right.
Right.
And it don't matter if you're low income or medium income, whatever. They don't care. You just
Right.
go down, tell them, I need some Narcan. They'll set you up with 3-4 boxes of it.
Yep. I have 3 at my massage studio.
Well, I've probably got 30, but I carry them on the border for me and the team. If any of us get exposed to fentanyl, for some reason, we've got a way to treat it.
So, something that Mike pointed out that is really true. So I lived in the state, I started in the state of Kansas when the lockdown happened, and I moved over to the state of Missouri. And I was renting a house in the state of Missouri from a landlord. They had a program in the state of Missouri that allowed me to have my rent and utilities paid for up to 12 months. Okay. I applied for it. I got accepted for it. Fabulous. That was a wonderful thing. Guess what? State of Kansas had the same exact funds given to them. Nobody's heard of any paid program that happened during the lockdown in Kansas. So I believe that there were funds given to every state, but not every state used them accordingly. Right? I lucked out.
I'm sure they didn't. Yeah.
I lucked out. But what Mike just shared, as far as this whole opioid settlement, there's a lot of settlements out there within our cities we don't even know about. So I would say start there, see what funds are there and what they're sitting on, right? And then start asking the questions. Well, how are you guys going to take care of our local community? That's what these funds are for.
Oh, yeah.
All right, I'm going to stop sharing now.
Hey, Steve, real quick, do you guys have, are you ready to show any of the product you're carrying over there yet?
So not yet. I've spoke to you about our plumbing issues we've had. We should be through that this week.
Awesome.
So we had a major plumbing line actually split apart. We had to replace it. So
sorry to hear that. Dang.
Yeah, that was unexpected, but we're on the mend.
Okay.
We've got a couple more days to get through this process, and then we should be ready. I'm going to say probably next week will be.
All right, perfect.
Yeah.
Great.
Well, we'll come over. We'll do a live broadcast with you, Steve, so that the audience can see exactly what you're doing there. Your ice cream copy. I've got a lot of people interested in that right now. And seeing the process, how you guys do it. They're very interested. If you guys haven't checked out Loaded Gun Coffee, again, Stephen Thomas owns Loaded Gun Coffee over in Lake Havasu, Arizona. It's a 100% better known company. Support these guys. These guys have outstanding product, a great storefront. If you guys scan the QR code here, I'm going to put it up one more time for you. Go into Loaded Gun Coffee, check out their product. They have so much more than just coffee, ice coffee, and different stuff. They've got just wonderful Patriot stuff as well. Loaded Gun Coffee shirts, hats, I mean, you name it. Stephen Thomas has it. And again, make sure you use the reference code Your News Arizona JTA. And Stephen helps out Your News Arizona with a small portion of every sale. Plus, you guys are supporting a veteran-owned company. Quit supporting these Democrats, folks. Get on board with supporting your local companies, especially the veteran-owned ones.
That's right.
You guys do amazing stuff over there, Steve, and it's great to see how much you have progressed over the years and have really just blossomed out there. I mean, this is great. So
Well,
look
thank
forward.
you. We appreciate that, and we are a family-run
Yeah.
business too, so we're all involved. And
Yep.
That's wonderful.
How many members of your family, Steve? I know we're going to cover it in our little broadcast over there, but every one of your family members have either served in the military or foreign wars.
yeah, we got quite a few. It's over 20.
Wow.
And a couple family members gave their life. I mean, they're one's still on a battlefield, So it's we've got a pretty rich background in the military, and I'm proud to be part of that.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah, they're all heroes. I'm not. They are.
You served in the Army, correct?
I was in the United States Army. Yep.
Yep.
Very good.
So,
6 years.
well, we appreciate your service as well, sir. Much appreciate
Yeah.
everything you've done, and
You're welcome.
appreciate your security with me and doing the security with me and my team down on the border, watching over us. That speaks volumes about you.
Well, our heart is in the same place when it comes to human trafficking and drug trafficking. It's not allowable. There's no room for it in our lives.
Yeah.
And we love our country and we hate pedophiles. It's that easy.
It's pretty simple. Very simple, people.
That's what I love about you, Steve. I love the fact that you're not just a talker, you're a walker. You get out there, you're actually boots on the ground. Bless your heart for what you do, because I'll tell you what, you know as well as I do, brother. Every time we go down to those borders, we're putting our lives in harm's way. I mean, we could easily we could easily have the cartel sitting on a hillside to snipe us out or whatever they want to try to do. We've had them actually take shots at us. We've had them actually try to hijack my truck down there when we're reporting on the border. I mean, it's crazy. We were just talking to Phil Lyman the other day. You remember Phil, right?
Yeah.
And Phil goes, what I thought was just going to be an adventure tour, he goes, turned out to be so much more. He goes, again, like Phil said, unless you're there to actually see it for yourself and see what's really happening, and then you experience it, you have no clue of what's really happening.
Yeah.
I mean, people can, and that's why we tell you guys to please follow us, share our video footage. When we're down there putting our lives in harm's way to get this news out to you guys, that's our lives.
Yep.
But we're doing this to get it to you guys, showing you guys the truth of what's really happening.
Yep.
And, again, sometimes I'm lucky to get 100 shares on some of the videos. It's like, get it out there, folks. That's all we ask. Get it out to the world.
Please share.
Let people see the reality of what's really happening around this country and on our borders and everywhere we're reporting. We will be down at the American Fest December 18th through the 21st, I believe it is. We're going to be there covering live. Got certain people we're interviewing down there as well. Stephen Thomas is going to be there. So you guys tune in to American Fest 2025. We're going to be broadcasting from there with Q Broadcast, working right beside Q Broadcast. And I'll put their link up there real quick as well. I believe their special ended now.
And remember, Q stands for Communication Unites Everyone, CUE.
Yep.
It's an amazing broadcast that we've got going on, and they offer over 1,300 different channels. Really good stuff.
So for a low price, way cheaper than satellite, you guys get all your HBO, Showtime, Cinemax, Stars, Encore, pay-per-views, NFL packages if you guys still watch football, all your basketball, baseball, soccer, I mean, you name it. Q gives it all to you, plus all your local channels for one low price. And they don't hold you to a contract. It's month to month. And again, you guys got to definitely check out Loaded Gun Coffee. Try to keep blocking your picture there, Steve. You guys got to check out Loaded Gun Coffee. That's exactly what I drink every day in my mug. When I'm here on my show, you guys see me always have a cup of coffee. I'm having a cup of Loaded Gun Coffee. And they've got the best coffee out there. And that Black Rifle Coffee Company, whatever it's called, you know what? These guys put their coffee to shame. And I'm just going to say it. So scan the QR code. Give it a shot. Don't forget to put in the reference code YourNewsAZJTA, and Stephen again gives a small portion over to Your News Arizona, helping us out as well. And so you guys got to check them out. So yeah, I know you're not going to regret it. So Steve, I'm getting low on coffee, buddy.
All right.
Refill.
So bring some more down to Phoenix.
Julie, are you a coffee drinker?
I am. I'll be there as well.
All right.
Great. I'm looking forward to it.
I have to tell you guys, I'm a coffee snob, so for me to be drinking low to gun coffee speaks a lot because I'm picky, very picky about my coffee.
Okay,
Again,
good.
these guys have got the best coffee, and I'm so spoiled I wouldn't have anything else now.
Yay.
So, either way, guys, I think we've kind of gone over our air
Gone
time.
over a little bit. That's
I know we
okay.
started a little bit late. Appreciate all you folks out there for joining in to Your News Arizona, Jonathan and Julie D in the morning. So much appreciate you being on a show today, Steve. God bless you for all the stuff you do out there and for working with us and our team. Appreciate you so much, brother. So, and you guys get involved. There's all kinds of ways you guys can get involved.
Do one thing this week. Look up your city council's link to be able to zoom in and sit in on their meetings. You don't even have to show up physically. Go in and just start watching and paying attention. It's very important for your community.
And if you guys want to help support Your News Arizona a little bit, we have been doing all this work on the borders, getting the news out to you guys for the last God knows how many years now. We have done all this on our dime, except for people like Stephen Thomas helps us out time to time, which is appreciated. But you guys can scan my QR code up here for us if you guys would like to make a small contribution. Just scan the QR code for Your News AZ up there in the right-hand corner. You can make a small contribution if you wish to donate to our cause, and we're just going to continue getting the truth out there to you guys. That's our goal. We're eliminating all the fake news BS out there and getting the truth out to all of you guys here in this country. And that's what it's about for me. It's all about God, family, and country. So love all you guys. God bless you guys. Thanks for being here, Steve. And we'll see you guys again over in Lake Havasu soon.
All right. See you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.
All right, guys.
See you.